Итак, снова в эфире. Почему-то выбилось стрим по памяти. Сейчас все должно быть лучше. Загружаем заново игру. Я надеюсь, что мы не сильно далеко отлетим по сохранению. Не сильно далеко отлетели. Все нормально. Так, нужно проверить трансляцию. И продолжим. Так, трансляция идет. Трансляция идет. Вроде как. Что странно, только на YouTube. Обновись. Онлайн. Но только на YouTube. Так, мы должны быть в эфире вновь на обоих каналах. Ту-ту-ту-ту-ту-ту. Да. Вроде все окей. Я надеюсь, что YouTube не пересоздал это видео. Нет, не пересоздал. Поэтому продолжай. С едой мы еще не разобрались. Теперь разобрались. Идем искать Тачика и остальных.
Look who's finally up.
Они здесь сидят.
Henry, come and join us.
Так, я теперь не вижу чата. Теперь я вижу чат. А могу я сесть? Спасибо.
Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first two times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Так, это важный момент.
Well,
Подойдет.
there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
Не будем здесь
They come from somewhere in Hungary.
разжигать ненависть.
Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zhelyov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were two.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Будем топить Яна.
The
Будем
foe
топить
took
Яна.
the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I myself, but I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
Forget dragging me all the way here from...
You're quite welcome. Of lions in the...
You tell? What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid I don't have much time for... And we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb off, you'll see the castle.
All right.
Жалей его.
I think we should on our way to...
I'll prepare food for you, for your journey.
I don't know how to thank you for all this.
But I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. My word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
To start, you can leave me that spade. We can't manage without it.
Yes, of course. And you've done, Bajana.
You, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you. You didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and you'll save you. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come in handy.
Вообще.
This is right. To you for your help and hospitality. You.
And you too, sirs.
Henry says, may God bless you for your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need...
Though, I'm not sure I could Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer.
Так, куда мы идем?
Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskowitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
I know, but I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then he shouldn't sell so dear. He charges nearly twice as much as we do, so it's no wonder folks buy from us.
Так
But
вот.
I understand. Next time I'll come
Демпинг
straight
цены
home. So not
посредником.
on your own so much. If anyone comes here again threatening you, I'll put them in their place with an arrow. That'll teach them to try it on with us.
Maybe it's a good thing you wasn't here. They'd catch you, and I dread to think what they'd do with you.
They'd never catch me. You know I can take down a hare on the run, and a man's an easier target.
True enough. You've got a steady hand and an eye like a hawk. Not like me.
Nothing
Что ж.
against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
Anything does happen. We've got Growler, and he won't leave us in the
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I'd known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I tell you, I saw him there.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Ну, там
Yes.
было не темно, но
We'll
допустим.
surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too.
Ей.
But I don't think either of them are around here. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good. You never know when you might need it around here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Окей, ладно, пойдем. Сначала в Троцк, потом все остальное. Нам денег еще дали. Нет, она святая. Реально святая. Это просто какой-то нереал. Что ж, Это очень хорошо. Прям очень хорошо.
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Так.
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai! Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
Whether you like it or not, your shitty hands off me!
One moment.
Да, тупо получилось.
What the fuck was that?
Брат, ну, понимаешь, тут такое дело. Выглядим мы и правда неважно.
There's only one thing we can do.
Какой-то охуительный план. Ну какой? И правда. И правда. Блин, собаку покормить забыл.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
Главное вовремя об этом
The
подумать.
fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? Well, I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Ну, давай.
We could track down those bandits and get our letter back. With that, they'd have to let us in.
How do you intend to do that? Ask them nicely. Please, kind bandits, pretty please, can we have our letter back? Or do you want to charge at them in these rags and hope our stink knocks them out, eh?
Ну, мы будем играть в рыцаря.
No, we can't take them on alone. True. We should go back to Ratai and get reinforcements.
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
Тут ты прав.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
Hey, where's that beer? Sister Los, ein Bier bitte.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenas. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Ardentes fortuna juvat.
Food! About bloody time.
Как?
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
What is it? It's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for?
Find bear that witch. Wench!
Oh, I tell you. What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Это всегда плохо заканчивалось, но попробуем.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Ну, вообще, на самом деле, да.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus,
Начнем.
fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Yeah, one of them nomads is an acrobat.
Так точно.
Oh. Oh, hi.
Так-то
Poor
лучше.
Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet.
Sword fights.
Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus
You ain't ever been
Christ.
tempted
Lord
to try
von
it at
Berghoff is
least?
beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha. So that's why they sent you for the wine.
Ага,
Wait a
окей.
more then.
Это
I'll
наш
be
шанс.
right back.
Сейчас она уйдет, и мы сможем
Sorry
поговорить.
to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
Ага, ну да, ну да.
I'll give it a try. But not right now. My belly would get in the way.
You were washing laundry, and these bandits attacked you. I was in the water, and I distracted them from you.
That's nice of you. Helping some unfortunate girl. But it wasn't me. You're mistaking
Да,
me for
так
someone
много
else.
таких женщин здесь рядом. Ну, у нее какой-то
Here's
там
your
тайна.
wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Please, I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
Пу-пу-пу. Не заладилось.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Что ж, на свадьбу так на свадьбу. Хотя бы не на свою.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
Всегда готов, я пионер.
No.
Then
чё?
get ready. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you'll work your debt off, like I said.
Ладно.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
Звучит несложно.
All right. We'll
У
do it.
меня вообще нет достоинства,
Carrying
чтобы
a few sacks
как-то
won't kill
поддерживать,
us.
поэтому
For sure, it's less daunting work than
будем
fighting
говорить,
bandits in the
я на
woods.
тачках
Aye,
таскать муку.
it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right. We'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
From far away.
I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
That's not a bad idea. Let's hear it. Right now.
I heard
Давайте
some talk about
про
some
свадьбу
wedding
спросим.
being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets itched to a bathhouse wench.
Так, будет ли
Will
план на
Lord von
свадьбу?
Berghoff
Нам
be
это
at the
главное.
wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Супер. Это то, что нам нужно. И где будет
Where's the
свадьба?
wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Could I get to the
Спросим.
wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
Who is this Semin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family,
Окей.
and his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family.
Кстати, да.
Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svatja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Так. Окей. Как он здесь
What's life
живется?
like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash.
Окей,
Truth
с
to
чувством юмора у
tell,
него
it
все
used to
окей.
be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here, and that's a big problem.
Is von
Пойдем
Berghoff
солдаты.
recruiting men at arms?
No, Von Berghoff ain't got nothing to do with that. They go of their own free will. They're fed up of ordinary work, so they try their luck elsewhere. It don't occur to them they might not come back. They just see easy earnings. Then the old folks have to do their work in the fields.
Ужасно. Просто ужасно. Ладно.
I'll
пойдем
go and discuss
таскать
it with my friend
мешки.
then.
And careful with
Ладно.
them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Coming right
Okay.
up.
Так, что у нас тут на карте? Какие-то интересные места. Семинская свадьба. И перетаскать мешки. Эй, друг.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like her.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Berghoff is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, from the local noble family, is getting married. He's marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's going to be a big event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like von Berghoff will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
Нет.
Well, I don't exactly have a plan, actually.
God's hat, do I have to do all the thinking for us?
Да,
I suppose we
да.
could stand at the side of the road and wait for von Berghoff to pass.
I'd say the wedding's a much better bet.
We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
And we can work off our debt.
Внимательный.
All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Do you have any idea what you look like?
Well, all right. I may not look much like a noble, but my blood's still blue. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
Look, we're not in any position to pick and choose. So if you want to somehow scrape your way out of this mess, you better forget your airs and graces and make some effort. A bit of honest work won't kill you.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
О, бедолага.
I understand.
Хрен с тобой.
I'm in your service, so I'll carry all the sacks. Even your share.
Thank you, Henry. And don't worry, I'll pay you back for your hard work.
Да, правда.
I'm on it.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility. And fear not, friend, I'll repay the favor.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
That would be kind of you.
I knew you'd be pleased.
Как он хороший. Ладно, ладно, ладно. Все еще достоин. Так, куда нам шки таскать?
Davon hätte ich gern noch mehr, bitte.
God, I'm bored. The innkeeper told me we should move the sacks.
So what are you waiting for? I'm bored to death already. I'll move each sack so you can get a better grip on it. But don't expect no more from me.
Oof.
Так, пойдем к кладовую. Где-то кладовая.
Aye, the beer's got to flow.
Get them out of here.
A tankard of ale, thanks. Christ, what's the hold-up?
Cheers, my friends.
Что ж, таскать мешки, как говорится, хотел было сказать что-то про Яна Птачика, но воздержусь. Так, главное не на пол. Аккуратненько. Пять мешков. За себя и за Птачика. Танцы. Да все нормально. Все хорошо. Продолжаем.
I'm not bored.
If you've got time to worry about everything that could go wrong, you're bored. And that's that. And if you're at a loose end, come round.
Гениальное задание.
Happy to help.
Нормально. Ох. Сюда. Ну, хотя бы у нас теперь нет раны. Мы можем нормально бегать. Но, я так понимаю, из-за того, что у нас понизились уровни, у нас теперь мало хп, мало стамины. В целом все сложно. Ну, пока мы таскаем мешки, можно подумать, что делать дальше. Мне кажется, нам по-любому нужно будет найти письмо. Я на Птачика. Пана, я думаю, Птачика, только не Яна старшего, сколько я помню. О, нет.
It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon,
это будет
Lord
драка.
of Perkstein.
Сейчас будет драка.
You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Будет драка. Но я ж его телохранитель в конце
Didn't you
концов.
hear? Apologize to him.
Oh no! Reinforcements! I'm so scared!
Почему мы эскалируем этот конфликт? У
Take
него
your
меч.
numbskull friend
пояснить.
and get out of our village.
Ладно, не соберем, конечно.
Right now!
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me? Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Я надеюсь. Итак, мы будем драться. О, ну все. Нормальная кабацкая драка. Наконец-таки. Ух ты ж. Ау, неприятно. Нормально. Живем. 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 Надо по одному. Все, один есть. Так, ну давай. Не зря же я силу вкачал. Так, ну давай. Боже, как они хорошо это сделали. Оно гораздо лучше, чем было до этого. Так, давай. Да нет, брат. Всё нормально. Так. Это неприятно мне. А, нет. Все нормально? Все нормально? Оп. Не умирать? Ладно, поиграем от контратак. Так, ну давай. Так. 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 Нормально, нормально, нормально. Ждем. Ждем и контратакуем. Так. Отдыхаем, отдыхаем, отдыхаем. Так. Два. Так. Ждем, ждем. Ждем. Ай. Нормально. Все в порядке. Так. Минус еще один. Ай. Ай. Живем, 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 живем. Так. Ну давай. Ау. Итак, мы что, проиграли? Мы ж не проиграли. А, просто нас разбили.
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
О! Это было неправильно.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak... Oh. You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle, but no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
Fuck off.
Shut up, or you'll get a whipping too.
Господи. Интересное
Who the
начало.
hell do you think you are?
I'm sorry, sir, but it's your fault what happened in the tavern.
What? My fault? You can't be serious. Whose fault is it that we're in this fucking pillory?
Как бы тебе сказать?
I was just defending you. Should I have let that fop beat you senseless?
I only wanted him to apologize. I'd expect my right-hand man to argue my case a bit better.
What do you think I was trying to do? Ah, what an idiot I was to stand up for you.
And what good did it do? Fuck all! If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Hey, let's just stop all this arguing. It'll just make things worse.
Fuck you. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Это было жестоко.
Lost for words, are you? All right. Have it your way. We really have nothing more to say to each other.
Сильно.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that...
Oh, Subботto.
Hey! Go!
Пу-пу-пу. Ну, попытается стоило.
Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Bergov at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Ох ж, пан птачек.
Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
Мужик мне нравится. Мужик хорош. Я прям в восторге от него. С остальным, ну, как бы... Случается в жизни. Что ж делать будем? Ох. Интересно.
Suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find mutt without you, you stuck-up Lord of Perkstein.
Henry?
Вау, кто-то знает наше имя.
Aye, you're in the right place. Over here. Are you going to just stand here like a statue? You've got time, right?
Ладно, давай поговорим.
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
Да не за
You're
что.
welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Это правда.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and
Как
the
быстро у
sun
него на
is
самом деле
shining.
рана заросла
Like
за
Tomcat
3 дня.
always says, bruises build character.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Могу сходу называть человек 5 таких.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offense, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Что ж, интересно.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He ricks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out?
And not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Where might I run into
Ладно,
Tomcat?
где его
In
найти?
the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue. Otherwise, Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
Звучит интригующе. Слово, как тебя зовут?
You. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara. Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
Where are you headed? If you're only passing through here.
For work. To the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and a nary a groschen in sight. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
Звучит логично.
You're something like a wanderer.
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I
Ну
move
да,
on.
точно не странница.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary or help in the tavern, but I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller or a nomad, but don't say it too loud. The locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
Звучит жутко. Так, куда
You
идешь?
said you're going to a city. You mean like to Prague? Or somewhere further?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet, but I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why? Because you look like you need it. I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the city first. That's going to take me a long while yet.
Помоги мне. Так, ну про свадьбу мы уже знаем. Нужно идти к кузнецу и ковать. Понятно. Одежда.
Practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed. Although that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe, or perhaps a Brunswick's
Последний
armor?
подойдет. Подойдет.
I could use some armor. Proper, like, for a night. And no rusty junk.
And you are like a knight?
Well, yeah. I don't look so good. But I swear I came here in armor, sword at my side, and on a horse.
Wow. And where is your armor?
Это долгая
sword,
история.
And horse
Это
now?
That's a long story. And it's not a happy tale.
Well, you can hardly buy new armor now, but you might find something in the town hall armory. Although
Кровать.
you'll need quick hands.
Нет, это
Thanks,
не путь.
but
не
I'd
путь.
rather get my clothes honestly. I just got out of the pillory. I don't want to end up there again.
Well, I'm not pushing you, just giving you a few useful tips. What you do with them is up to you.
Так, и денег.
I have no money. I might as well beg on the village green like you.
The hell you will. This is my turf. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's partly your
Aw.
doing anyway.
Это было очень мило с ее стороны.
I mean, thank you. Seriously.
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better find some work quick.
Что ж.
Do you
Мне
know
лечь
where I
спать?
might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch hell again. Got any other ideas?
If you find some work, maybe you'll get a place to sleep too.
Звучит логично. Ладно. Может, потом найдем.
Oh well.
Рад знакомству.
It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
Надеюсь. Что ж. Что у нас там? О! У нас ничего не отобрали. Штаны нищего, сапоги бродяги, все, что мы любим. Рецепт выучим. Потом. А, это навыки. Окей, ладно. Ну, нам тут пока ничего не светит, насколько я понимаю. Ладно. Что еще у нас тут есть? Факел. У нас должен быть где-то охотничий тесак. Все есть. Охотничий тесак есть. Уже хорошо. Уже классно. Зверобойла ромашка отмычка. 5 грошей. Это, собственно, нам ужин пожертвовали. И это здесь должен быть кузнец. Пойдем к кузнецу. Нет, поденщик — это не кузнец. Ты кузнец. Нет, ты плотник. Что купить? Ладно, давайте просто с ним поговорим. Торговать. Не, я торговать не очень хочу, мне нечем. А, это плотницкая, вероятно. Да почему тут... Ладно, что-то странное. У нас что? Корчма. Ну, сюда потом. Вообще, по-хорошему, было бы неплохо вернуться на место нашего нападения. То есть сюда. Но непонятно. С помощью кузнеца, а это мельника. Ну, я на самом деле думаю, что попробуем через кузнеца. Правда, непонятно как. А это что у нас? Алхимическое. Здесь алхимический стол есть. Это не то. Привет.
What are you barging in here for?
Вообще, ничего нет. Че? Я думал, что здесь вот. Да все, хорошо. Привет. А, вон немец. Господи.
I'll have a look at the wares.
Ладно. Тут всякие прикольные рецепты. Можем мы что-нибудь продать ему? А то у меня тут с деньгами проблемы. А вот, продать. Ромашка, шалфей, зверобой. Они как-то дешево идут. Спасительный шнапс не очень. А могу ли я... Не могу. Все, хорош. Спокойно. Я не хочу неприятностей, ребята. Ладно, дальше. К сожалению, столом мне воспользоваться не дадут. Уровень выживания, неожиданно. Хотелось бы вернуться на место, где все у нас там погибли. Почему? Потому что... Оба. Пойдем к нему? Может быть, нам туда можно? Было бы неплохо. В первой части прям в Ротае можно было... Допустим, это просто вот прям... Просто стол, который мой первый стол, но хорошо. Собственно говоря, в Ротае, в первой части игры, можно было просто договориться о том, что ты хочешь воспользоваться алхимическим столом у алхимика, он тебе давал алхимический стол. Но здесь это неправда. Сделаем пару настоек ромашки. Вино. Собственно говоря, ромашка 2 штуки. Здесь, кстати, раньше было автоприготовление зелий. Не знаю, насколько оно сейчас работает. Шалфей. Ну, потом его затрем. Извините. Делаю. Как тут это делать? Вниз. Опускаем вниз. Переворачиваем часы. Нет, рано. Ладно. Примерно сейчас придумаем, как это сделать. Там примерно 3 секунды было. 1, 2, 3. Шалфей в ступку. Берем. Да. Собственно говоря, зельеварение — это всегда хорошо. Особенно, если при этом драурги не качаются. Они здесь, по идее, не качаются, когда я качаю зельеварение. Вообще все классно. Я, кстати, так и не прочитал, что делать настой ромашки игромеханически. Он же должен что-то делать. Окей. Ладно, здесь, кажется, убрали эту прекрасную функцию приготовить зелье, просто приготовив его. Или, может быть, у меня просто навыков достаточно. Его теперь надо повысить. Да, простите. Я занимаю экранное время тем, что я готовлю ромашку. О, да. Ждем. Переворачиваем. И готово. Шалфей. Я уже выучил. Погнали. В общем, в чем суть? Может быть, сейчас получится чуть-чуть накопить денег на этих 5 зельях ромашки. Может быть, конечно, и нет. Без понятия. Но нас же бабка научила, как готовить. Я заодно и ромашки побольше набрал. Шалфея там больше набрал. Они стоят по 25 грошей. При том, что нам дали 5 как ужин. Звучит неплохо. Не 1400, конечно, как было, но тоже нормально. Встала химия.
Should I have boiled that chamomile for a shorter time?
Окей. Третью ромашку. Все, последняя. Клянусь, последняя ромашка, которую я сегодня варю. Стоп. Спасибо. Клянусь, последняя ромашка, которую я сегодня варю. Кидаем. Раз. Два. Низ. Давайте попробуем сразу перевернуть. И быстро поднять. И поднимаем. Шалфей. Мелим. Кидаем. Флакон. Берем флакон. Готово. Интересно, на что влияет то, что я перегреваю ромашку? Понятно. 3. Вот что. Влияет сильный ромашковый отвар. Целых 3 штуки дали. Короче, понятно, как это надо делать. Попробуем сейчас пойти что-нибудь продать. Может быть, скопим себе на сапоги. Маловероятно, конечно, но что он делает, кстати? Ромашки. О предмете. Ну, не так плохо. Нам пока нечего исцелять. Слава богу. Но надо будет запомнить. Поговорим. Я хочу поторговать. Причем я хочу тебе все продать. Здесь, по идее, все еще классная механика торговли. Торговаться. Боже, это реально немецкий. Какой ужас. Так, попробуем. Заломить цену. 32. Много? 31. Я думаю, нормально.
Do we have a deal? We're nearly there. Just lower your price a bit more.
Ну, если он сказал немного, то 30.
We're nearly there. Just lower your price a bit more.
Ладно. 30.
Hey, you convince me with that price.
Пойдет.
Das war ein gutes Geschäft. Auf Wiedersehen.
30 грошей за 5 минут, за 10 минут. Ну, что-то типа того. Нормально. Живем. 35 грошей. Что бы нам купить на 35 грошей? Не знаю. Пойдем посмотрим у торговца, что. Привет.
Welcome. You can buy everything you need from me, but excuse the selection.
У меня
A
сейчас...
few days ago, when I was returning with new goods, the horse got spooked and my wagon tipped into the pond. I salvaged some things, but the rest is now in the pond.
Надо запомнить.
And where did the wagon tip?
On the roads near the Katchak Pond, beyond Jellyov. You can still find it there. I can't tell you how much it still pisses me off. But what can I do?
I'm sorry to hear that.
Me too. But what can I do? So, what will it be?
Давай.
What do you have for sale?
Тесак горожанина. 131 Господи. Кошель 51, 32. Охотничий пояс мы можем приобрести, но нам сейчас вообще как бы охотничий пояс не интересен. А копченый сыр, мед, молоко, пиво. 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 Yes. Уголь, железный лом, крепеж, сталь, лопата, отмычка, мыло, набор бронника, набор кузнеца. Повязки. Повязки тоже хорошая вещь. Мыло. Дороговато. Дороговато мыло. Копченый сыр. Тоже дорогой. Пока не будем, пока покупаем. Грубая стрела, грубый болт. К сожалению, ничего тут у нас нет. Торговаться. Всегда нужно торговаться.
Gut, dann mal los.
Хорошо. Я хочу заплатить, как водится, пониже. Я хочу заплатить 8,5, на самом деле.
Only because it's you.
That's more like it. Just a bit more and we can shake hands.
Окей. 8,8.
Only because it's you.
That's more like it. Just a bit more and we can shake hands.
Мы очень близки. 9 отдам.
Nein, so bestimmt nicht.
Нет.
I'm done haggling with you.
Ах ты ж. Ладно.
Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
Окей, я понял. Так. На самом деле, на этом мои 3 часа сегодняшние подходят к концу. Я крайне рад, что кто-то из вас пришел на этот стрим. Баран. Так, ладно. Я крайне рад, что кто-то из вас пришел на этот стрим. На этом на сегодня я его заканчиваю. Здесь гнездо, оказывается. Ну ладно, потом. И потрачу один спасительный шнапс. Буду тратить его на конец стрима. Потому что когда-то его надо будет заканчивать. Опьянение за него дается. Что ж, в следующей части мы попробуем добраться до места, где на нас напали, поискать свою собаку, поискать кузнеца, которому мы можем прийти и подорговать. Ну, я так понимаю, мы можем устроиться там на работу. И попробуем найти Яна Птачика на свадьбе и исправить как-то наше плачевное положение. Я так понимаю, что ретроспектива была у нас где-то на середину игры, и после этой осады у нас еще будет, ну, я предполагаю, что четверть, треть, половина. Посмотрим. Спасибо, что смотрели. До новых встреч. До следующей субботы, как минимум. Пока.